Some sort of interactive database. Oh, wait a minute. There is! Role Players of the Avatar! RPOTA.com. There you can share character bios, factions, locations, and more. Standings, journals, storylines galore. Quests, contests, events, and more. Come to
Hello everyone, this is Asclepius on Avatars Radio. Are you thinking of joining a guild? If so, consider these questions. Do you believe in and support the virtues of Ultima? Do you believe in treating fellow players with courtesy and respect? Would you like to help fellow players as far as possible? If the answer to these questions is yes, then you could be just who we are looking for. The Moongate Travellers is a virtue-based guild with over 100 members and is dedicated to helping not only its own members, but the whole community. Many playstyles are supported, so you will certainly find your niche in a friendly and supportive community. New members are always welcome, so for further information and application, please contact us at www.mgt470.info.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Sneaky Archer and Pals. We are over here at a play, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Hi, I'm Dennis Loubet, artist of the Ultima series, and you're listening to Avatars Radio.
The New Britannia Theatre Troupe presents The Green Rogue, written by Enda Andrew, adapted for the stage by Asclepius. Musical director and director of public relations, Amber Rain. Technical consultant, Sir Style Tickle. Voice cast: Cordelin Velcaris as Joseph, Brazen as Apprentice, Waftum as Green Rogue and Alex, Wombi as Sir Gregor, Lady Adnor as Lady Vash, Gabriel Nightshadow as Kobold 1 and Bandit 2, Marguerite as Sir Gregor's scribe, with Lord Baldrith as Lord Zolas, Bandit 3 and Kobold 3, and Asclepius as the narrator and Kobold 2. In the northwest corner of Novia, a merchant blacksmith, Joseph, and his apprentice are fighting their way along the poorly defined tracks in the craggy, wooded roads leading to Valhold.
I have a bad feeling about this. I hate these woods. A ready-made hangout for kobolds it is. I was much happier running cargo up the river on skiffs.
Do you think we're so much safer here? Sure, the kobolds don't build boats, but don't forget there are archers and mages who sank your last skiff from the riverbank. You lost everything, and were lucky to survive.
Yes, all right, don't remind me. Just keep it moving. We have to get this new anvil to Volhold. You wouldn't believe an anvil could be worn out. We spent so many years making arms for the Nilfgaard troops fighting the kobolds that the old one is totally useless.
So, what are our chances? These roads are awful. I'm pretty worn out.
Hang on, just keep going at a steady pace. If we do that, and keep our wits about us, we'll get there.
Without warning, a band of bandits appears from the forest, wearing highwayman masks. Their leader draws his dagger and approaches the merchant, holding the blade against his throat.
Stop where you are! You and your companion will throw your blades to one side. We will take your goods and valuables. And after we leave, you can reclaim your blades in case you run into kobolds. We're thieves, but not monsters.
I thought I was afraid, but you're a coward, jumping out from behind the trees and stealing from honest merchants like that.
Do not make me regret letting you live. I am no coward, and I will kill anyone who swears otherwise. Perhaps you haven't heard of the famous Green Rogue. I have the courage to challenge lords and kings alike, even a titan. While King Grannis keeps us in a never-ending war, who will stop him? He cannot continue his attack on the kobolds and protect his people at the same time. That is why he does not really have people. You are vassals, blind servants to a king who would lead you to your death. Tell the lords of Norgard what happened. Tell them how their authority is questioned and how their people will suffer because of them.
Far over the mystic mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the heights, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, its flaming spread, the trees like torches blazed with light. The pines were roaring.
You're a coward, jumping out from behind the trees and stealing from honest merchants like that.
Do not make me regret letting you live. I am no coward, and I will kill anyone who swears otherwise.
The New Britannia Theatre Troupe
This is Grandmaster Bard Holt of the Poets Circle. We compose music for Shroud of the Avatar, music you can hear in-game or right here on Avatar's Radio. Drop by and enjoy even more of our creations at poetcircle.net. And thank you, Avatar's Radio, for all your support.
Britannia Theatre Troupe presents The Green Rogue, written by Enda Andrew, adapted for the stage by Asclepius. Musical director and Director of Public Relations, Amber Rain. Technical consultant, Sir Style Teckle. Voice cast: Cordelin Velcaris as Joseph, Brazen as Apprentice, Waftum as Green Rogue and Alex, Wombi as Sir Gregor, Lady Adnor as Lady Vash, Gabriel Nightshadow as Kobold 1 and Bandit 2, Marguerite as Sir Gregor's scribe, with Lord Baldrith as Lord Zolas, Bandit 3 and Kobold 3, and Asclepius as the narrator and Kobold 2. In the northwest corner of Novia, a merchant blacksmith, Joseph, and his apprentice are fighting their way along the poorly defined tracks in the craggy, wooded roads leading to Valhold.
I have a bad feeling about this. I hate these woods. A ready-made hangout for kobolds it is. I was much happier running cargo up the river on skiffs.
Do you think we're so much safer here? Sure, the kobolds don't build boats, but don't forget there are archers and mages who sank your last skiff from the riverbank. You lost everything, and were lucky to survive.
Yes, all right, don't remind me. Just keep it moving. We have to get this new anvil to Valhold. You wouldn't believe an anvil could be worn out. We spent so many years making arms for the Nilgard troops fighting the kobolds that the old one is totally useless.
So, what are our chances? These roads are awful. I'm pretty worn out.
Hang on, just keep going at a steady pace. If we do that and keep our wits about us, we'll get there.
Without warning, a band of bandits appears from the forest, wearing highwayman masks. Their leader draws his dagger and approaches the merchant, holding the blade against his throat.
Stop where you are! You and your companion will throw your blades to one side. We will take your goods and valuables. And after we leave, you can reclaim your blades in case you run into kobolds. We're thieves, but not monsters.
I thought I was afraid, but you're a coward, jumping out from behind the trees and stealing from honest merchants like that.
Do not make me regret letting you live. I am no coward, and I will kill anyone who swears otherwise. Perhaps you haven't heard of the famous Green Rogue. I have the courage to challenge lords and kings alike, even a titan. While King Granus keeps us in a never-ending war, who will stop him? He cannot continue his attack on the kobolds and protect his people at the same time. That is why he does not really have people. You are vassals, blind servants to a king who would lead you to your death. Tell the lords of Norgard what happened. Tell them how their authority is questioned and how their people will suffer because of them.
Join me, Lord Baldrith, and Asclepius with Echoes from the Caverns, Saturday nights on Avatars Radio.
Hello everyone, this is Asclepius on Avatars Radio. Are you thinking of joining a guild? If so, consider these questions. Do you believe in and support the virtues of Ultima? Do you believe in treating fellow players with courtesy and respect? Would you like to help fellow players as far as possible? If the answer to these questions is yes, then you could be just who we are looking for. The Moongate Travellers is a virtue-based guild with over 100 members and is dedicated to helping not only its own members, but the whole community. Many playstyles are supported, so you will certainly find your niche in a friendly and supportive community. New members are always welcome, so for further information and application, please contact us at www. Conquer that fear comes from being mindful of what you love, what you are willing to fight for. Think of home and how you wish to return. Think of what you must do today to accomplish that task.
And we will both return home alive. I promise you that.
You have fought many battles, Sir Gregor?
Yes, my young friend. Look at my armour. It is not nearly as pristine and smooth as it once was. Many a kobold axe has placed a dent in it. But your father has trusted me with your life, and I swear we will return safely.
But why do we have to war with the kobolds? And how long has the war gone on for? Did it exist before the fall? And was it the cause of the cataclysm?
I don't ask myself such questions. I just serve the king. Look out, here they come.
Ah, a youngster. I will gut you and hang your body out to dry.
No!
Back in the present, Lord Zolas is holding court.
This is impossible. My lands are dwindling, as is my power. Other feudal lords in Norgard are stealing what should be mine. I have so little left, and now bandits are taking that away as well. Do these bastards not realize what they're doing? It isn't just gold or items. What if our men aren't properly armed or prepared to fight kobold forces? What if their will is weakened? How many would die because of the greed of a few?
Peace, my lord. I promise I will take care of this, and with haste. I agree that the cost is more than gold, which is why I take this threat so seriously. The Green Rogue is more than a common criminal, and he will be stopped. We cannot fight a war on two fronts, especially one against our own people. With your blessing, I intend to take a small risk.
Risk has not turned out so well for me of late, Sir Gregor, but I am growing desperate. To be honest, I'm not sure I can trust my own judgment anymore. I would not take any risk of my own volition, but if you trust it is the right thing to do...
My liege, I would not presume to decide for you.
No, it is time. It is your time. As my time wanes, you should succeed me. If this risk pays off, the glory and credit will be yours, and I will step down. Not only will the Green Rogue be no more, but the poor leadership that inspired such rebellion will be no more. I cannot step down so long as he breathes, lest we incite more rebels. But if you take his head, then you should also take my throne. Perhaps you can even regain some of the lands we lost to the other lords of the realm. Now go, and do what you must. I fear if I am associated with your plan, I will mar it with my failure.
What did his lordship say?
He is obsessed with capturing and killing the Green Rogue. To be honest, I have never understood politics, or why it matters how much land is in your name. After all, we all ultimately serve King Granis the Titan, and thus the people of Norgard.
Then this is a test, sir. Your lord wishes to see if you are fit to rule these lands.
Maybe, but the thought is terrifying. Risking my own life in battle is one thing. Ordering others to a possible death is another. Can I pull men back from forward outposts to counter this threat, knowing that those outposts may be overrun by kobold?
I think you have no options, sir. If people die in battle against the kobolds, that just invigorates the war effort. But stealing from the men means that they have no support, and it will sap the war effort and the will of the people.
You are right, of course. Very well. Take these writs and make it so. Our mages will work on distractions, and every available soldier will be pulled back to merchant routes. We will have the Green Rogues head by nightfall.
In the depths of the Norgard forest, Sir Gregor searches high and low for the Green Rogue. Years of battle have taken their toll, and he moves more slowly than he used to. However, years of experience stand him in good stead. His skill in falconry makes him a better hunter. His falcon flies high enough to see the bandits hiding in trees. Soon, he stands at the base of a tree with a lit torch in his hand.
Come out peacefully, and you may yet live. I have not killed a man, and I would prefer not to. But we will not have our lands divided by brigands who hide in trees. I will burn the trees with you among them if I have to. Do not test my will.
One bandit screams, "To arms!" before the Green Rogue appears and kneels before Sir Gregor.
No, wait! I surrender! But let these men live! I thought you had died because of me, and it has haunted me for years. I can't fight you now, but leave these men. They followed me and fought in my name. The Green Rogue is the face of the rebellion in these lands. Let them retire quietly in the night to their homes and families, and no one will be the wiser. Claim me as your prize.
What? You are Alex? I thought that you were dead as well because of me. How is it that you're alive?
I ran when I should have fought alongside you. I left you to die and I ran. When they saw me run, they did not give chase. How did you live? You were overrun by kobolds.
Ranus be praised. They wounded me gravely, but then left. They told me they wanted me to serve as a warning. They wanted me to crawl back home half dead to scare off others from venturing into what they considered their lands. But why not return home? Why are you doing this, robbing innocent people?
I liberate more than coin. I liberate these people who are tired of living every day in fear of constant war. We do not wish to see more and more loved ones die in a battle we do not understand. Every one of my men and women in the trees have lost someone, and they would rob 1,000 merchants if it saved lives.
As Sir Gregor's gaze turns from the bandits he can see in the forest to the young rebel kneeling before him, his heart softens.
No, as commander of this expedition, I see only one bandit. I'm ordering my men to leave. And while I thank the stars that you are alive, it is time to bring you home to your father, as I promised I would years ago. You understand that I must shackle you?
Between two brave men, many tears are shed that night before returning to Lord Zolas.
My lord, I present to you the infamous Green Rogue, who is none other than your long-lost son, Alex.
What? Can this be true? Let me look at you. I had given you up for lost. What happened to you?
I disgraced you, father. I was afraid and ran from the battle, leaving Sir Gregor to perish. I have no stomach for war, and all my banditry was an effort to prevent needless and senseless conflict. But father, Sir Gregor tells me that your lands and power are greatly diminished. What happened?
That was a dark day, my son. I must tell you of a fateful meeting with Lady Vash, who rules over the neighboring lands, over 5 years ago.
That was an exquisite pork roast, Lord Zolas. Let me say again how truly sorry I am I never visited before your wife passed. I hear she loved to cook, but the cook you've hired is most excellent as well. The whole meal was wonderful.
I do not wish to be rude, but now that our meal is concluded, I hoped we could get down to business. I'm not a big fan of decorum when something is left unresolved.
You've gone to great lengths, though, and I do wish to express my gratitude. How did you know I loved Midmere wine so much? You rarely go to court in Valhold other than to dispute these lands, and you're not one to pay gossip or spies.
There is no dispute other than what you make. You wish to steal my lands, and I'm just supposed to hand them to you with a smile? Ha!
Please, steal is such a harsh word, and I do not wish to fight. We both serve King Granus faithfully, and we both want what's best for our vassals. Through the years, both of our families have laid claim to those lands. They've gone back and forth. If we wish our subjects to believe that we can bring this war to an end, we must demonstrate that we can put an end to the small internal feuds as well. That is why I propose the final accord, that we both agree and will settle this for all time.
Why would I risk that which I already own and give you a chance to take it from me for all time? Do you think I'm a fool?
No. I see a loving father and a grieving husband. There are those who question you in court and your ability to lead men to victory when your heart is burdened with loss.
I'd cuff every one of them, smacking sense into them. How dare they question my conviction after everything I've lost?
Please, calm yourself. I am not one of them. I am a friend and your guest. I'm here to support you and offer you an opportunity to prove yourself. This is a question of our families as much as ourselves. We need to prove for all time which family is best suited to rule and thusly claim those lands and leave no doubt. You can silence all your critics and secure your son's future. Imagine if he never had to worry about land disputes and could focus solely on the war efforts.
What would you have me do to prove our family worth? Whatever it is, I am up to the task. I do not fear failure.
I would never suggest as such, but it isn't you. After all, we are talking about our descendants for all time. My son has become something of a master archer, and I think those hunting grounds are well suited for my family. Some have said your son is burdened by loss and lacks the appetite for hunting. If so, then maybe this land would go to waste with your family.
I haven't taken my son hunting yet. He is 14, and our tradition is to do our first hunt at 15. It is when we first celebrate a boy becoming a man. Do you wish him to hunt a bear to silence those who would call him a coward?
My political advisor urged against that. If I invited your son to hunt in these lands to prove his worth, I'm symbolically conceding the land to you by default. A kobold, however...
Are you mad? Sending my son into combat at 14?
Is that not always the concern, that we might all face a kobold at any time in this kingdom? What parent hasn't prepared their child for the moment just in case? Men need to follow him, not just because he can claim a pelt from some animal, but because they believe he can defeat the kobolds in war. If you don't trust your son's ability...
I will hear no such challenge to his name or mine. Very well, we will silence these nameless critics. My family knows only courage, and if we need to demonstrate that in kobold blood, then so be it.
Is that the truth, Father? That you sent me to war with the kobolds to settle a bet and to lay claim to lands?
It was necessary. A ruler must have courage to control his lands and people, not to mention external threats. I had to prove that our family was fit to rule the lands. But even though we have lost those lands forever, I would give up all my lands and more. I am so grateful that you are alive.
Father, I know that courage was always the only thing you believed in and valued. I was never enough for you because I did not have the courage needed to take a life. But you need fear no more, for I am no longer a coward.
With tears in his eyes, Alex takes a deep breath, draws a hidden dagger from his boot, and falls on it.
Oh, good Granus! My son! My son! What have I done?
Sound effects credits. All sound effects used in this production are licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 Unported. http://creativecommons.org/licenses/by/3.0. Fall, recorded by Remaxim. Swords Clashing, recorded by Mike Koenig. Music credits. Music scoring for The Green Rogue, composed by Derek and Brandon Fichter. http://derekfichter.bandcamp.com. http://brandonfichter.bandcamp.com. Track titles are Sky Pirates, Steam Mechanics, Time Machine, Sky Ships, Steam Adventure, Sky Captain, Steam Airships, Steampunk Spies, Steam City, Galaxy Warriors, Mecha Academy, Robot Metropolis. The end.
She's blood, flesh and bone, no touch. Thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Your body. You look downward and look around. The stench emanates from the last person that died on the can.
Oh, good. Hey, can you hear me? There you go, folks. The Green Rogue, the play. That turned out alright. See you later.